right, I'm here now. Jason Sterling, Pullman Car House. This is what we're working on today here in The Sims 4. This is for Port Promise here in Evergreen Harbor for The Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle. I've actually gotten used to saying that. Took me a while to get used to saying that. Eco Lifestyle instead of Eco Living. Probably will still slip up a little bit. That's closer. Oh, I want this. I saw this earlier and I do want this. I think blown up, we might be able to use that as sort of the idea of like the wheel part of a train, you know, that attaches to the track. So we're gonna keep that. Here we go. Here is the train tracks right here. I want this. I think I'm gonna need 2 of these. Well, I know I'm going to, because I'm gonna make it bigger, but even bigger, it won't cover the whole span of the lot. So let me show you what I mean by the way that looks. You can see here that part of the train with the wheels. I think this kind of looks like that. That's why I'm going to use that here in a little bit. But I don't need that train car. Take that off. I'm really excited about this build. One thing I love about The Sims is that you kind of get the opportunity to build and live places you couldn't in real life, or at least you couldn't very easily. And I would love to live in a converted train car. I'd love that. I'd love to live in a Pullman train car, converted train car. And so I totally would dig that. Wanted to make sure I was still doing this correctly. Okay, let's see here. Now, I want to put the tracks under this house. And you can see with the foundation, it won't work, of course. So we're going to have to, what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this the second floor. We're going to do a first floor, kind of erase it after we have the second floor in place, put down the train tracks, and then lower the second floor down onto the tracks, which should work. And Nick, I'm going to take your suggestion. You suggested this. Putting this part of the build on the second floor, laying tracks on the first floor, erasing the first floor, and then using the, lowering it down, lowering the second floor down. We're going to do that. That's what we were working on when I kind of had some issues. Will my son be joining? I don't know. He has an open invitation, so anytime he wants to join, he can. But it's always hard to tell with him. He definitely has his own thing going on. So we'll see. Hey, son. Someone was just asking a little bit ago if you were going to be here. I told them I didn't know. You want to pull your seat closer? Is that good? You can pull it closer if you need to. I just scoot over a little bit. So, not very many. We'll put some new ones in. How's that? I've not had an opportunity though to eat insects, so I really don't know. But I would. I'd probably try them if the opportunity presented itself. One thing I have tried that's really odd that a lot of people in the world have not is I have had raw baby octopus, and it was
very rubbery.
It was rubbery. It was rubbery. And what they do is they slice it in half. They don't de-organ it, and you sprinkle it with olive oil. Is it? I'm not joking. And serve it with saltines, like with crackers. And it was okay. It was okay. It was not the worst thing.
I don't like raw octopus.
You even had any yet?
Yes, I have.
Not raw. Not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
No, not what I'm talking about. Yeah, black. No, it was okay. It was the thing is, it was being served at someone's home that I was, and it was a cultural thing, and so I did eat it.
It was a cultural thing.
I did eat it, and it was okay. It was okay. I did not die. Put it that way.
I prefer non-wiggly.
Well, it was dead. I will say that. It was dead.
Wait. So you don't like Jell-O?
Yes. No, if you tried to eat an octopus alive?
It wasn't an adult, it was a baby one.
If it was a baby one, you might survive it.
Yeah, it was just a spoon.
Oh, did they really did try? Oh, no, I think I saw that. Did they get, stuck on their face or something?
Yeah.
The tentacle? That's what they get. That is exactly what they get. I think that's kind of dumb. Really, that someone. I did see that video though. I know what you're talking about now, and I swear, anything to get on. I've seen it. I want to focus on this. Oh, okay. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that's a computer screen. I like that. That's nice. Okay, I can't do that all day. That is cool. I could sit there and do that all day. That is kind of cool. Some toilet paper in. Cat, wait a little bit. Little bit like to lay in my lap sometimes when I'm streaming, especially if it's early morning, or when I used to. I haven't streamed in a long time. This is the first time I've done streaming in a long time. But no, I used to. He would kind of lay in my lap and hang out. One morning he slapped me in the face, reached up and hit me across. I was like, "What are you doing, crazy cat?" He wanted me to. I thought maybe he wanted me to shut up because he was trying to sleep. I'll be like, "Shut the hell up, human! Oh my god." Let's see here. Winter time. And on my steampunk build, I actually put the wash tub and the clothesline in the basement. And in that way, when it's winter, they can still use it. In this case, there is no basement in a rail car. No basement in a rail car, so I'm going to have to go with having a backup. Put this here. I'm going to go ahead and put in sort of the wheels, the wheel look over here. And we put the door here, and then I'm going to redesign this back part to look like a vestibule between trains that would connect trains together and be more enclosed. And then we can do the sink here, full size. You happy? What happened? Make you happy, son?
A week from now will be the Pokemon DLC.
Oh, that's right. New DLC for Pokemon coming out. If anybody plays Pokemon, right? For Sword and Shield that my son was just dying for. And it'll work like this. See, we can put...
It's supposed to be 4 hours of content.
4 hours of content.
And that's only part 1.
I wonder if that... We'll see.
That's only
Pokemon, people talk about The Sims and DLC and money. Pokemon is is a cash generating machine when it comes to DLC. They basically make a game and they make a few changes to it and re-release the game for the same price. And I don't know, it's crazy. My son loves it though. What can I say? It is on Switch. Yes, right? Switch?
Yes.
Yeah, it is on Switch.
Also,
okay, so
Pokemon Company, thank you for not screwing up this time and actually making a DLC for half price for both sides of the two parts.
now will he wash his hands? Yes, he will. Okay, so see, he will use it there, and he flying back from the East Coast to DFW to change planes to come back to Oklahoma. And I was sitting next to someone who had never been out here before. Now we're getting ready to come. We're flying in. DFW Airport is right in the middle between Dallas and Fort Worth, which, as I said, is a massive, megaplex, massive metroplex. And she's sitting next to me, and we're looking out the window, as we're starting to fly over the greater Dallas area. And she's like, is all of that Dallas? is all of that Dallas? And I'm like, well, yeah, it is. And she's like, oh my God, how big is it? And I was like, it's big. It's really big. It is really big. And yeah, she was just shocked. She's like, I had no idea. She's like, it just stretches, and it does. Even when you're airborne, it stretches from like horizon to horizon, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And she was just blown away by how big it was. And that was someone coming from the East Coast. But yeah, she was like, I just didn't know it was so big. I'm like, it's big. It's really spread out. It is really spread out. I don't know how long it takes to drive from across. If you started on one side of Fort Worth to drive to the other side of Dallas, it would take hours. It would take a couple of hours, I think. If there was heavy traffic, it would take even more. But I would think under regular traffic, it'd take you about 2 hours to cross that metroplex. I think maybe more. To reach my destination, or I'm going to reach Jesus. And I don't care which one it is. That's how they think, and that's how they drive. They're either going to get there or they're going to die, and either way they're happy. They're okay with it because they drive like maniacs. They drive like maniacs in Dallas. I hate it. I can't stand it. I won't even drive downtown. I won't even drive through downtown Dallas anymore. Not unless it's the middle of the night, and even then the traffic's bad. But in the middle of the night, I might drive downtown. I'd rather park in Denton. Denton's like an hour from downtown. I'd rather park in Denton and take their little mass transit train, into downtown Dallas because it is so crazy. They're crazy. They're insane in Dallas when they drive. If you're from Dallas, you probably think we drive horrible in Oklahoma too. But not like that. Not like that. We don't. It was really bad. So let's see here. Solar panels. Let me get some solar panels in here. The great thing about solar panels is you can make them smaller and they still work just like normal. of when I was a kid, and we had these sort of rag rugs. I don't know if they call them in game. The woven wonder. Okay, well, we always called them like rag rugs when I was a kid. And we had some rugs like this, especially in the kitchen. And so I'm gonna put that out here. I might change the color a little bit. I want to see if maybe that, since it's outside. Yeah, it looks kind of dirty that way. We'll put it out like that. But I love those. I love those rugs. I use them a lot. They're kind of country. They're kind of rural and kind of country. But I definitely think they're very cool. Very, very cool. And let's grab another table. Someplace to put food when it's done cooking. And it's crazy because I don't think that it matters. I mean, I don't think if the solar panels are shaded, it's not going to hurt anything. Yeah, I mean, okay, yes, that's what I was just thinking too. So you call them rag rugs as well. So yes, I think that, I don't know, Copper, where you're from. I always thought that was kind of a southern thing to call them rag rugs, but I don't know that. And I don't know that shade will actually affect the solar panels, but I just feel like if this was a real life place, which I like everything in The Sims to be as real life as possible, I would probably put the solar panels someplace like in full sun all the time like that. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll put this tree kind of here. And we'll do a little bit more landscaping around the bottom of it again. Like that. We need 4 of those. Oh yeah, take a drink. Exactly. See, I don't have enough. I'm out. I only had 1 beer left in the whole house. I actually don't drink that much. I joke about it a lot. And sometimes I do. I've been drunk in my life, but I really don't. And I'm out. That was it. I'll have to switch, like I said, to this healthy, clear water. It's vegan. Water's vegan. So I'm gonna have some of that. Courtesy of Dasani, which is not a plug. I didn't get it for free. I really do like Dasani water, though. I do. It's my favorite bottled water. Usually, I just drink tap. To be quite honest, the tap water in my area seems okay. And like attack my lot. But now they didn't so far. But that was my fear. I was like, oh my god, I hope I didn't just really screw myself over by, recycling these gnomes. But so far so good. So it kind of makes me even want to put one on the lot to attract a whole bunch of other ones. And then I can just periodically gather them all up and stuff them in the recycler, and voila. That takes care of the bits and pieces problem. Because I was kind of having a problem finding bits and pieces, and what can I say? It was almost like they were meant to be. It was meant to be. Let's see here. I'm going to put just a plant or something here on this table, maybe. through and creating mischief. What are those things called? A milk jug thing? This thing, like a milk container. And I can't remember what it's called. But I want something a little more rustic to go along with that. Maybe this. Maybe. Yeah, it's definitely needs to go. Aha, there it is. This one, right? We had it on the table, didn't we?
Yeah. And then I resized
And we made it
to
bigger.
11.
Yeah, like that's really big. So what do you think I should do? You want me to put it outside? I think it'll stop working when it rains, so.
Nah.
No? You
Let
sure?
it live in peace.
Okay. Delete. Yeah, I didn't go with it because everything was looking kind of slick and smooth in here, so I wanted to keep it kind of slick and smooth, and that's what I ended up doing. What do you think so far?
OMG, my childhood TV.
Oh my! It doesn't. I never had a TV like that, but
Nostalgia.
yeah, I've seen televisions like that though. That's for sure. Okay, so
Yeah, looks good.
you like it? You do? What would you add to it? You think of anything?
Nothing, because I have no idea.
There's been
Little-
the suggestion that my son needs to build a house.
No.
And he's very resistant.
you dare.
He's very resistant
No.
to the idea. But I think it'd be awesome cool. I'd love it.
Make me do it. Oh, never forget it.
Well, I'm not gonna make you do it. I just think it would be cool if you chose to do it. But I wouldn't make you do it. I wouldn't make you do it. But I do think it'd be cool. I think people would really think it was cool if you did it.
Why not build a house and not use it for you?
Would you do that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you too. When he was a kid, we used to play The Sims together when he was younger, like
Shut
4
up.
and 5.
It's
I'm not gonna tell any stories. I'm just saying that he did used to do it, and he did like to build and create families and casts, and he did do it a couple of times. But then he grew up. Broke my heart. Okay, I'm not finding anything else to add, son. I guess.
You done?
Yeah, I mean, I might add a few little things before I upload it to the gallery, but
Or make tweaks.
does it look like a train car?
Yeah.
Converted train car? Yeah, not too bad. I guess I could play test it or something like that. I need to set the lot stuff. That's what I need to do. Let me see here. Put one out here. Okay, so
And then sometimes I wonder
about what?
about you. How do you
Just
remember how to
sometimes?
pay the bills?
I almost don't. There's
Oh,
been times I've
yeah.
forgotten. There have been times I've forgotten. And then I get a notice in the email that says your cable bills due and stuff like that. Okay, so what do you think, son?
That lady is looking at your Twitter.
Oh, is she really? She's very close. She must be the welcome committee. Where's my fruitcake? Where's Knox? Knox is supposed to come here and welcome us to town.
I don't see no knots.
I don't see him either. Okay, so what garbage can do you think?
That's like asking.
one?
Hey,
We can put that.
What? Okay.
I don't think I'm going to put it in the house. I'm going to put it out here.
When
And
you
then
asked,
we've got a dumpster to use. Okay. I think we're done with it, son. I do. I really do. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that family back to their house. And I'm going to put my new sim.